I'm so glad to be sitting here with Anne. She is an author, written several books as a matter of fact. One of them is True Miracles with Genealogy, and is subtitled there, Help from Beyond the Veil. Explain the meaning of that to me.
The whole book is just full of inspirational stories. It's stories that people who have been doing their family history research, and they've had some amazing experiences whilst they're doing it. And they just know from the experiences that they've had, and they're all totally unique, but they know that they're receiving help from spirits from beyond the veil.
That is so interesting, because really we hear, especially here at the Family History Expo, you hear about people talking about these things all the time and how information sort of just falls into their lap. So this totally kind of fits into that. Are these genealogy books the only types of books that you write?
No, I've written many different genres. I've written other non-fiction, like Famous Family Nights, which is about family home evenings. I've written young adult suspense mystery. I've written romance novels that are for LDS readers, and I've written lots of magazine articles and a lot on the internet. I have a blog on there and I keep that updated.
What is your blog spot?
It's called Anne Bradshaw's Place, and it's at annebradshaw.blogspot.com.
Very good. Now, I see you've got your book here, so I want to definitely hold that up. True Miracles with Genealogy. Tell us about what this book says. And I think you've got some favorite stories from there as well, correct?
Yes, I have. Mind you, it's really hard to choose a favorite because they're all so amazing. I had a ball doing this book. You know, people just kept sending me in the stories, and each night I went to bed on a high because editing the stories was amazing. And I think perhaps one of my favorites is from a lady in Yorkshire in England, and she tells the story of how her father, she went to visit her father and spoke to her father's bishop, and he told her that her father didn't have long left in this life. He could see he was getting really ill. So she went to visit with him for a detailed visit, and he gave to her an envelope containing all the family history work that he'd done. She wasn't interested in family history work, so she took the envelope from him and left him, and sadly he did die just a few weeks later. And she put this envelope up in the attic and forgot about it. She got on with her life, you know, how busy we get with her family and rearing her family and work and everything. And I know years and years went by. One evening she could hear this scurrying and scratching up in the attic, and she went up to investigate, and she found mice droppings everywhere, and anything that was made of paper was all scrunched up and eaten, and you know how they do. Yeah. Everything except for that package with the family history work in it. So she brought that downstairs, amazed, you know, at this miracle, put it on one side and left it there for another few years. And it wasn't until her sister, who was only 45 years old, died. And this just shook her, you know, just shook her up and made her think. And it was only her and her brother who were members of the LDS church in her family. So she and he decided they'd have a big family reunion after the funeral and just get information off of everybody as much as they could and really, really get into this genealogy. And that's when she began, and she's never stopped since. And she has had many experiences where she knew her parents were there, giving her indication of where to go and how to get information. So yeah, a miracle.